Hello and welcome to Electro Nerds Academy. In today's video, we'll learn how to interface reed switches with an Arduino. You might have noticed that when you open or close a laptop, it turns on or off accordingly. Similarly, your car knows if any door is not locked properly. But how do they detect these actions? If you think there's a switch attached to detect this movement, you're right. These devices use a reliable and inexpensive sensor called a reed switch that turns on or off when a magnet is nearby. Let's take a closer look at what they are and how they work. A typical reed switch contains a pair of metal reeds made of a ferromagnetic material, which gets magnetized easily but loses magnetism when it leaves a magnetic field. The reed contacts are plated with hard-wearing metals to give them a longer life as they switch on and off millions of times. The reeds are hermetically sealed inside a tubular glass envelope or sometimes inside plastic casing to keep them free of dust and dirt. As you bring a magnet closer to the reed switch, the two contacts of the reed switch become opposite magnetic poles, which is why they attract and snap together. When you take the magnet away, the contacts separate and return to their original position. The movement is minimal and not visible to the naked eye. Reed switches can be single-pole single-throw, SPST, meaning they have a single open contact, or single-pole double-throw, SPDT, which have both normally open and normally closed contacts. Let's build a simple security system for your room. When you leave your room, you can activate the system by pressing a push button. If someone opens the door, a buzzer will turn on to alert you. You can deactivate the system by pressing the same button. First, let's connect the Activate-Deactivate button to our Arduino. Connect one end of the button to the ground terminal and the other end to digital pin 2 of the Arduino. Next, we will connect the reed switch to our Arduino. Insert the reed switch into the breadboard. Then use jumper wires to connect one end of the switch to ground and the other end to digital pin 3 of the Arduino. Since we are not connecting an external pull-up resistor, we need to activate the Arduino's built-in pull-up resistor for both the input pins 2 and 3. Otherwise, we must use an external 10K pull-up resistor in the circuit. Next, we will connect a buzzer with our Arduino, one end of which is connected to the ground pin and the other end is connected to digital pin 4 on the Arduino. Now let's move on to program our Arduino. In the Arduino IDE, we will first declare two integer variables named buttonState and sensorState to hold the current state of the button and sensor. Also, we declare a string variable named mode and assign it a value of deactive, signifying that initially our system is deactive. In the setup, we set pin 2 and 3 as input pins and also attach a built-in pull-up resistor to these pins by writing input pull-up as the second parameter in the pin mode function. Next, we set pin 4 as an output pin. This is the pin on which a buzzer is connected. In the loop function, we first read the state of the button and the sensor in buttonState and sensorState variables. After that, we will use an if statement with two conditions. The first one is that the button should be pressed, which will give 0 on pin 2, and the second condition is that the mode should be deactive. If both of these conditions are true, then set the mode to active as the user wants the system to be activated. Now, the next two statements are for sensing the door, whether it is opened or not. If the door is closed, making the sensor pin read 0, and the mode is also active, then turn off the buzzer as someone has not broken into your room. But if the door is opened, making the sensor pin read 1, and the mode is also active, then turn on the buzzer as someone has violated the privacy of the room. Next, we will also have another if statement to deactivate the system. If the button is pressed and the mode is active, then deactivate the mode. But do you see a little problem here? Let's say I want to activate the system, so I press the button. The first if statement gets true and the mode is active. It will then look if the door is opened or not. Let's say it isn't opened. Up till now, I have not released the button. The mode will get deactive again as the last if condition is true because the button is pressed and the mode is also active. So to avoid that, we should somehow wait for the button to get depressed to run the code further in both the first and last if statements. For this, we will use a while loop. It will loop continuously until the button is pressed. In its body, we only check one thing, whether the button is released or not. If so, only then we set the mode to active, and the same code can be copied to the body of the fourth if statement. That's it. Let's upload this code to our Arduino. Mount the magnet on the door and the sensor on the door frame. When you press and release the button for the first time, the security system activates. Opening the door will trigger the alarm, and closing the door will shut the alarm off. Pressing and releasing the button a second time will deactivate the system, and opening the door will have no effect on the buzzer. Thank you for watching. We hope you found this tutorial helpful. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos, and we'll see you next time.